Hello everybody. Today I am gonna be storm chasing in BeamNG. I did download a Dominator 3 mod and a sort of radar roamer truck type thing. So yeah, let's get to it. So I think I'll be using the Johnson Valley map. Okay, let's do this. Of course, I am going to start this in the kind of remote pits area because there's like a lot of open space. So, that's good. All right, I'm in. Let me fire up the tornado mod. Okay. So this is I forgot which mod this one is. It's the it's just a tornado mod. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Yeah. I am just gonna give you I'm just gonna show you what this mod does, so you could have all these different settings. For example, EF0. See, you could also have an EF5. And you can also attach your car and make that become the tornado to drive the tornado around. Very cool. And you could customize it so you can make this insanely comically fast. You're probably just immediately die. Very nice. So, first vehicle I'm going to be using is this Gavril Roamer. I made my own version. The H is capitalized. Very interesting. Let's do this. Alright, so here is the truck or SUV. This is a radar dish. Yoink. And, you got this very cool skin. And I found that it's a bit more wind resistant than, for example, a regular Gavril Roamer. Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate what a regular roamer, what happened to a regular roamer. So, a base one. You see this everywhere on the, in AI, NPCs. So, very regular, casual mom car. Let's see how it fares to a EF2. So, let's do this. Spawn tornado. Alright. See, you kind of just get immediately lofted and thrown around, right? Alright, and this is the BeamNG storm chaser vehicle with the very big radar dish. Very good. Spawn the same EF2. See, it doesn't get tumble. Well, I have found it to be more wind resistant. This is like the quantum particle effect. Well, when I'm not recording, it's incredibly wind resistant. And when I'm recording, it tumbles around like a tumbleweed. Anyways, let's try this. Let's spawn in a little dust devil. Perfect. 4-wheel drive. It's just a vehicle. Now I know what all of you have been waiting for, the Dominator 3. Well, I'm gonna get to that later in the video. Right now I'm just gonna kind of talk about this cool little modified SUV. I would say the max threshold before it gets completely lofted is probably like around high-end EF3 to like low-end EF4, so like in EF3. Slightly higher wind speeds, like it would, kind of get, see, tumble around a little. And then you have like a low-end EF4, so it's spinning a lot faster. It's getting partially lofted completely, and it's rotating around the funnel. That's not good. And of course, we're going to do something unrealistic, spawning in EF6. Welcome to BeamNG Airlines. BeamNG Airlines. Fly with us inside an EF6 tornado. And now what you've all been waiting for. The Dominator 3! As an EF0 has absolutely zero effect on it, even when not anchored. See? No effect. It's just a little dust devil. It also had zero effect on the Gavril Roamer Storm Chaser 13. And now this thing is slightly more wind resistant. So EF3. Oh, it is slightly anchored. Even unanchored, basically zero effect. F4 unanchored, still practically no effect, except for, a tiny little bit of sliding and some tail lofting. Still, basically no effect. And when anchored, when it's anchored, it kind of stays a little bit more still, and the rear still gets lofted. I don't really think these anchors actually do anything, so that's cool. Flying out to an EF5, anchored. An anchored EF5 still doesn't completely loft this thing. Very impressive. Now it will get tumbled and slid around inside. That's definitely something to watch out for. And EF6 finally anchored. You get partial rear lofting, and you start to feel really airy and unstable. And sometimes, if you hit a hill, it can completely loft it off the ground or get tumbled. Finally, comically unrealistic wind speeds. It'll just drive, it'll just get completely lofted off the ground. Going around, glitches out, instability. Yeah. Now this is an automation mod. I really like this mod. It is the 2026 Dominator 3. You could just go to automation and find the 2026 Dominator 3. See, you can find this one. There's also different versions, like the 2013 version, and there's also many different tornado intercept vehicles. For example, you have a little tornado Wrangler looking one. As you can see here, we also have like a bunch of different interceptors, like the Tornado Attack 2. Doesn't look anything like the real Tornado Attack, but it's smoother. It's made in automation, so you can't really have that much of a custom chassis. It's kind of all built off of one. And the damage physics is kind of non-existent because, of course, it's automation. Yeah. That's the Tornado Wrangler from the Twisters movie. Kind of low poly. Yeah, so this has a few glitches. If you like have comically high wind speeds, it'll just tumble around and crash out. And it'll cause an instability. Good stuff. Yeah. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and catch you next time. Bye.